Yeah, dear audience, thank you that we have the opportunity to present our SmartHelm approach as part of the conference. So the poster presentation is about bicycle logistics and the potential of awareness-sensitive bicycle helmets to support the bicycle logistics process. What we have seen in the past few years as part of the digitalization is that more and more people ordering on the internet, not only clothing, but more and more food delivery, or of course parcels by post office. More and more stuff is delivered and more stuff is sent back. So it's a huge demand for e-commerce, and this trend was even strengthened by the Corona pandemic, when people stayed at home, working from home, and don't go to the inner cities anymore, but they're ordering nearly everything from home. So there's so much opportunity to order stuff on the internet. And this leads, so there's a lot of potential for the logistics sector, but also quite a lot of challenges. So we have more and more heavy traffic trucks that deliver parcels every day. The streets are more and more crowded, as you can see on the left side. So there are so many parcels and deliveries, and we have so many trucks and cars. It leads to even more traffic jams, and city pollution makes the city unattractive. So cargo bike delivery can be very attractive and a good solution for the city and for the logistics providers. So the logistics providers, they can hire new people without a driving license. Everybody, it's obvious, everybody can ride a bicycle, but you don't need a driving license to use it. It's easy to handle. Yeah, and it's you don't have to look for a parking lot and else, but you can deliver by bicycle. You don't need more specific skills. Yeah, but the problem here is it's not easy for the logistics provider to find suitable people to make this job. The riders have a very stressful job, because they have a huge workload to deliver all the orders in time. As I said before, the amount of parcels is growing all the time, and people also need to concentrate on the traffic situation. So we have crazy traffic situations in many cities on working days. They have to focus on the traffic situation and deliver everything in time. It becomes very hard to process all this information, and this leads to the problem. The riders have to process so much information about the routes and the addresses of the clients that they are going to make mistakes. So parcels cannot be delivered on time, or are delivered to the wrong address. And at the same time, we have the problem that bicycle infrastructure is not sufficient. So we have bad surfaces, as you can on the poster. We have very narrow bicycle paths, a lot of intersection with not bicycle friendly traffic lights, so you have to wait for a long time, or you have to cross curbsides and potholes, which makes it very hard to go by a heavy bicycle. You cannot use every path, and the riders, when in the working process, they also have to work with a lot of different devices. with a scanner to process the information when a parcel is delivered, or when it's not delivered because nobody is at home. They have a routing system in the smartphone, so a lot of different devices that the riders don't have the hands free when they are working, so they are on the bike and have to focus on different displays and devices. And this leads also to the problem that traffic safety could be influenced, because there could be more distraction. So people are distracted by the devices, and they are not focused on traffic situation. So we have a lot of challenges, and what we want to avoid is that the riders use so many devices at the same time, the scanners and the smartphones, to not distract them. And what could be a solution is some kind of assistance system. So a digitalization approach to process all this information and to make a really step forward to support the delivery process, to make it more efficient and easier, to avoid errors in the or delays in the delivery process. We also hope that there will be a less number of lost orders if the riders can be supported. And at the same time, if we move on in the field of digitalization approach, digitalized riding assistance system, we also hope that we could have a improved database about distraction factors in the traffic situation and also in the delivery situation, because that is something what we don't have any information about. So at this stage we have no information about the distraction factors. So when cargo bike riders in the deliveries logistics sector are distracted, which situations are most stressful, let's say in the existing traffic infrastructure, or when they deliver a parcel to the clients. We don't know anything about it, so it could be helpful to collect this information and provide it to cities and providers to adjust the infrastructure on that, so when people are distracted, and provide information which situations in the delivery process is most challenging. For example, when you have to search for a specific box in your cargo bike and you don't find it. So our approach is to assist the riders by an innovative assistance system. So SmartHelm, it is called. Helmets are well established and everybody knows it for protecting people and make it more safe. But the smart helmet could even more. It not only protects the safety situation, but it also helps the riders to process information. That means that the distraction will be detected. It works like we have an EEG tracking module that detects the eye movements during the bike trip and the delivery, and it also integrates EEG electrodes, so you know it from medical devices, and it's also possible to use these EEG electrodes to measure the awareness when you are on the bike, that we can learn when people are distracted when they're using a bicycle. And the clue is, what we want to do in this project is that we display information uh, based on the measured awareness. So that means that when riders are distracted, what we measure by EEG and eye tracking, they will not even more distracted by information, further information. So the smart helmet also integrates a display. It's an augmented reality display that expands reality. So it provides you with further information in the display. But based on the distractions, it will only be displayed when people can concentrate on the display and not when they have to focus on the traffic situation or the delivery process, and they only get the information they really need. So it gives you more relevant information on the delivery process, and it helps you as a rider in the delivery, makes it more convenient, gives you the information about the parcels and the delivery, and it also supports you by a language assistant, so similar to Siri. You can also control it by your voice. So it works like that you send a wake word like "Hi SmartHelm." So the helmet wakes up and you can give the language information. The delivery was successfully provided to the client, or the client was not home, and the riders don't have to use the scanners or other devices anymore. So everything is integrated into the SmartHelm, one device for all to support the delivery process, to make the delivery situation more attractive. And so at this stage of the project, we have several prototypes, which consist of the EEG which include the EEG system and the augmented reality and the eye tracking module. So you see it on the middle. The devices we used in our studies to test this. And we are working on several prototypes, integrating different types of EEG electrode systems. So we used dry electrodes, and we also will test wet electrodes as part of this project. And in the next step, we are planning to do more studies in real traffic situation, so that we can learn about which distraction factors are occurring when you are on the bike and when you are in a delivery situation. And the clue is that all this information we collect can be used to make cities more attractive. So we want to identify distraction points in the infrastructure, for example at specific intersections where people distracted because of the noise situations or the lightning situations, or maybe because there is too much traffic in it. And our department, the very large business application of the University of Oldenburg, they are doing the data science part here in SmartHelm. So we collected all this data from the smart helmet, bike infrastructure data, bicycle traffic data. We publish it on a website. It's called www.bicycle-data.de, where we provide a new behavioral data repository to provide visualization component, what you can see on the very right side, and you can also, it's also a component of open data component, so it provides raw EEG and eye tracking data that interested people can download and use it. And this portal could also help to help the municipalities to learn more about distraction factors. So we hope that bicycle infrastructure can be adjusted according to the measured awareness level. And it's a new approach to make this kind of data open available, so there's no other portal that does it like that. Yeah, the Smart Helmet project is still running for another year, and yeah, it's real. The project is implemented by several industrious partners. Cargo bike providers Reitel is a company from Bremen. TeamViewer is expert in augmented reality applications. And we have the company Uvex Sports is a bicycle helmet provider. You see it in the middle of the poster. University of Bremen, the Cognitive Systems Lab, working on all these cognitive systems in the project, like the language processing and awareness distraction. Our University of Oldenburg VLBA department is working on the data science part, and the city of Oldenburg is also bringing the Smart Helmet project to the citizens and to the general audience. So citizen participation plays also a role. Project is funded for 3 years by the mFund program, which is funding digital innovations in Germany. It's a funding program by the German Ministry of Digital and Transport. I hope that you got a lot of interesting information in the presentation, so please contact us under the email or check the SmartHelm website, www.smart-helm.com. Thank you for this opportunity to present.